What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Sports Game Vision is in the building with the No Face Sports Show. As you can see right now with the graphic that I have up here, those are the few topics that we're going to bring up right now. We got the fight that happened this past weekend on Netflix. A few other things I want to talk about briefly. Again, not a long show. It's Russell Westbrook love, Anthony Davis, the NBA Cup, the NBA playoff picture, and who you got? Who you got? Who's your pick? As you definitely try to come into the building or you watch a little bit later on, please support the channel and like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we're here, the No Face Sports Show. You ain't got to see my mug, but we're gonna definitely talk some sports. And if you watched Netflix this past weekend, sorry, Friday. Well, it's the weekend to me, Friday. You got to see the fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson on Netflix. It broke a lot of records, made the internet freeze. You see the tail of the tape here as far as the end of the fight and what went on. Not a lot thrown by Tyson or land by Tyson, but we see Jake threw a lot, landed a few. And then we see the outcome was obviously he won the fight against Mike. I made a small video on this. Go check it out. Just kind of giving the results, but you got more time to ponder over it and think about it. A few thoughts, but let's look at the facts as well. The 250 million, as they saying, is say anywhere from 60 to 250 were viewing. That's why the thing went out of control. And they said they had an 18 million gate and 70K in attendance. Definitely a big, huge event for the Netflix platform and for these two fighters. This may have made the internet go down too. Mike Tyson showing himself out there. We saw what happened. It made the internet go crazy. He still go viral after that. But overall, we know we showed the punches landed. We see here Mike kind of going after Jake Paul. The fight wasn't what we thought it was going to be. The way it was promoted, we saw the training videos by Mike. We saw even by Jake that this was going to be a bigger performance. If we look at the tail of the tape and these two fighters, we see the age difference. That has a factor. But honestly, we also know what was going on behind the scenes. It was if I rented the fight between him and Roy Jones 4 years ago, there were stipulations in that fight. There was also said to be rumors of stipulations in this fight that Mike could not knock him out. So if you really look close at the fight, yeah, Mike kind of looked off balance, but he did have the head movement. He did have some countering skills that if he was able to throw something, he may have really caught Jake with something to knock him out. Of course, we also recognize the other end of it that Jake could have caught him with something that possibly could have knocked him out. But you know, Mike can also take punches. So we don't know what would have happened. But again, there's something that is said to be. We don't know the paperwork. It makes sense. If it's the stipulation for him to not knock Jake Paul out, then he's gonna get paid a lot more money. And there's nothing wrong with that with Mike getting his payday. We know this was, you know, put on his permanent record. I don't really like that. But in order to get the people to buy into watching it, even though it's a free event, they had to do something to make it look as real as possible, as legitimate as possible. And he takes the loss. Jay gets the win, goes 10-1. Mike goes 50-7. Does it really hurt Mike's legacy? And as you can see here, he's talked about that, by his health and him coming back from that blood transfusion. He had that kidney issue, or I believe a few months back, the original fight was supposed to be in July, I believe, June or July. And, he fought back. 58-year-old man coming back doing 8 rounds, 2-minute rounds. It's a lot. And, again, I'm a Mike Tyson fan as far as boxing. It was good to see him back out there. I kind of knew going in, it was going to be more of an exhibition sparring match. And that really what it was. The other matches were the ones that you wanted to watch. Those were some good matches as well. If you have Netflix, go watch them. The women have put on a good show. There's a good title match on there with the men. You will enjoy the event. And when you go into this, even like with sequels to movies, you got to go in with a certain mindset. I already kind of figured that it was. So I wasn't hugely disappointed. I just didn't want to see Mike get laid out, and he did not. So I'm pretty much overjoyed with that. Again, you see look, he was holding back on the punches. And I don't have the graphic here. Mike was biting his gloves. When I was watching, I was wondering why, and I had to think about it. It did make sense. He had to keep the rounds going. So he was holding back when he wanted to kind of let loose. So what do you guys think about the fight? Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? I think overall Netflix did a pretty good job. The crashing of the site, if you got 60 million to 250 million coming to you at one time, it's going to hurt your site, especially if you're not used to doing that all the time, having live events. This is their first one, and they did a good job with it. WWE's coming in January. They bring around 2 to 3 million a week. It's not going to be 50, 60, 250 million people at one time. And if it does, I know WWE would love that. So would Netflix. But they'll be fine with that and other events that might, come to the site. I don't know if anything could be bigger than that. Mike is a huge name. Jake is a huge name. Of course, social media era, the old school era, big box office pay-per-view fighter. And they did a great job beyond that. So go check it out if you haven't already. As we move forward here, we are going to just show a little bit of love to the all-time leading triple-double getter, Russell Westbrook. That's right, 200 triple-doubles to his name. Triple-double has always been special. Seems like it's a little bit easier to get nowadays, but of course we know it's still tough to do. These guys are just extremely talented, but he's the king of it. Let's look at the list here. He's got Oscar Robertson right underneath, Magic Johnson, Nikola Jokic, who I believe is going to shatter the record at some point. LeBron, he's got what he's got. He's going to get some more, but he's not going to break the record. Jason Kidd's on there, Wilt, James Harden might get a few more. Luka, who might challenge Nikola for the record as well. And Domantas Sabonis, he might have, he's got a few more himself. I don't know if he's going to break the record, but he's definitely going to raise up on the list. We're going to have other people that's going to show up on this list as well. But yeah, just should look at Oscar Robertson, number 2. Imagine in this era what he could do. If he's still at number 2 all time, imagine what he would do in this era. Great player. He was on a show with Stack and Matt Barnes talking about there was some things that they weren't giving him credit for, so he may have had more than this. So they weren't keeping certain records like 3-point records and all that. They say he could shoot it from far. So beyond that, we know he's a great player. But shout out to Russ. He gets a lot of hate, and again, he got this record in a win. 200, you see there, he's got proof that he did the 200 for his career. He gets a lot of hate, but imagine what his record would be had he kind of stayed in OKC, or if he didn't go to the Lakers or the Clippers, what it would have been, because at this point he'd have been able to get a lot more playing time to get those records. And you see Nikola was campaigning for him to get there to Denver, and as a starter, he's actually helping the team win, and he's doing pretty well right now. As you can see there, the graphic of his output so far this year, they were definitely throwing shade at him, but he's definitely come back around and, showed himself to be a great player. He's a Hall of Famer, first ballot as soon as he gets there. He has his flaws, but so does a lot of the other players in the league. And what he can do is a talent, it's a skill, and he's helping the team right now. So utilize him the right way, and he'll help you. Either way, a great player, and congratulations again on getting that 200 over your career, and he's going to get some more. We know that. As we move forward here on the Sports Game Vision No Face Sports Show, we're just going to look at the standings here. We know that Cleveland is the number 1 team in the league. Sorry, we're going to actually go here. Cleveland is number 1 in the whole NBA. um, through today on the 21st of November, and we see that Golden State is raised up. They're number one right now, even though they don't have the most wins. Their record wise, they're still better than OKC. And as far as my teams, the Lakers are in the playoffs, three. And on the other side, the Knicks and the Pistons are in the playoffs. I said the Pistons were going to make the play in or better. So far, so good. They face uh, Charlotte today, and they're trying to get back into the play-in. That's another team to look out for. Hopefully, again, a team of the future, and they can put it together and actually be able to keep that nucleus together. But yeah, they're trying to plot for that play-in or playoffs as well. Still early on, too early um, playoff predictions and standings. But what do you think? I just popped up the NBA Cup earlier on this graph. You see the standings right now. It's early in the rounds. You want to keep on winning because you keep on losing, you get eliminated easier. We see that the Lakers are in control, Golden State, Houston, and Portland. And then, of course, on the other end, if we can finally get that graph together, and I don't have it, I'm sorry about that, guys. But on the other end, there's some undefeated teams as well. Um, but yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I definitely feel as if I don't know. I don't feel the same energy as it was last year with the NBA Cup. I've enjoyed the games. Still competitive is basketball, so I got nothing but love for it. But I don't feel the same energy as it was last year. I don't. I think there was a lot more excitement. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Last year, I don't know if it's the same this year, but overall, it's still early on into the Cup play, um, and we're going to try to populate this into our conversation again. Populate this here. Right in here, I got the West group. We see the Lakers. I'm sorry about that. We got to do the East as well. It's the East that we're actually missing. But yeah, I'm definitely enjoying the games. I hope that you are too. I just don't feel the same excitement as it was last year with the NBA Cup. I'm trying to get the East standings for you so you can see that. And we're going to populate that in here. Yeah, in the comment section, let me know what you think about the NBA Cup. Yeah, let's see. The Magic is doing well. They're in control. The Knicks, the Pistons, and the Bucks, Atlanta, and yeah, the actual champions, Celtics. They're somewhat in it still too. Again, you can't get too many losses before you're out of it, and I know point control as well is part of it. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I just feel like the excitement is not the same as it was last year, but I am enjoying it. I don't know if you guys know that there's talks about moving it to a later. He was already talking about it this summer, trying to make either another version of it, extending the NBA Cup, but he's also talking about moving it further back because of the NFL. As we know, NFL tentacles, they're everywhere. They're trying to dominate this. They're already great in the North American sports arena, but they're trying to dominate even more. They're getting into the areas the NBA kind of, say, hey, you play fair. You go this day, I go this day. NFL had Thanksgiving, NBA had Christmas. Now, NFL is trying to, they're doing Christmas stuff now. So NBA is trying to fight back as much as they can to protect their territory. So there are talks of moving the NBA Cup a little bit further back to, we also had the election that went on. So they feel that there was a problem. So also, they got to work on creating new stars in the league. That's a true testament of trying to fight against the NFL. They need more stars and more guys showing up on, for these games, big marquee games. And of course, they're adjusting the rules. They've let them play this year. They let them play a little bit more physical. And I think the games have been better. But they got to find other ways to keep the fans interested so they will stay with the NBA, grow new viewership in the league, and that they can combat the NFL. Well, that moving forward, guys, I got a few more things I wanted to bring up. First off, we got sports game vision, and I still get on the sticks here and there. So we're gonna talk about the PlayStation Portal. Yeah, they've come out with an announcement that they've come up with an update to where this is almost pretty much a standalone system. Um, you can play at this point. You can would it get the membership, the PlayStation membership, and do a streaming version of this right now. It's in beta version, but it's a cheaper option than buying a $700-800 system to play games. With me, I'm playing the sports games mainly. I will drop on some adventure games, and of course, when GTA come out, I'll probably jump on there just for nostalgia purposes. But mainly sports game, fight games, easy, pick it up, have fun. But $800 compared to 200, and especially if they let you play the games you bought, which will probably be another update. This will be a big deal. I'm an Xbox guy. It was a lower cost to get in. They have good games and great games as well, but you can play anywhere. And their lowest system is around 200 and something dollars to get in and play a library catalog of games. Not to mention, again, to say I play the sports, but if you want to go back and play something, you can. So with the PlayStation doing this, it's a win for them. And just hopefully they do the update to, be able to play your downloaded games. And this will be a real plus to get. You got Stream Deck and the Xbox came out. They probably knew this was coming. They're developing their own handheld system. Should be out within a year or so. It's not available yet, but they're working on it. Not to mention they're working on the new systems too that'll come out pretty soon. And of course, we know Wii 2 is coming out next year. Speaking of the Wii, it is the 18th anniversary of the original Wii. And I said the Wii, I meant the what is that? It's called it's not the Wii. I keep calling it the Wii all the time. It's the Nintendo portable system now they got. But anyhow, they coming out with part 2 next year. But the Wii is 18 years old. It's crazy to think that much time has gone past with the Wii. It was a very popular system. It's one of the top selling systems of all time. I remember I was in there getting them extra systems and selling them myself online for holidays. Everybody wanted that system when it came out. It felt like back in the day, Nintendo, when they had the regular system and everybody liked that system, even the grandparents were buying it for themselves. The Wii felt the exact same way. They were using it for working out and all that. Again, it's still to this day one of the biggest selling systems of all time. But dang, 18 years have gone past. It's craziness. And just to speak of, my mind goes fast. The Switch and the Switch 2. Switch 2 comes out next year, supposedly, hopefully, during holiday times. We'll see how that happens. But yeah, in the game system wars, Switch is coming out with something. PlayStation Portal is doing what they got to do PlayStation is doing what they got to do to stay relevant in the game. Of course, they're winning this generation of wars. Everybody has a PS5. They're selling really well. So, yeah, I'm glad that they're doing this. If they come up with the update, I'm probably getting the Portal, and then I can jump back in the PlayStation world. Let me know what you think in the comment section. What do you got? An Xbox, a PlayStation, a Switch? Got old school systems. What do you like the most? What's your favorite sports games or just games in general? Let me know. Moving forward, I've got this in my community center. The NBA so far, 2 early MVP ratings. Who do you have? I'm excluding a few people. I'm excluding a few people, but I want to give love to other people to see. Hopefully, they can get a chance to get the MVP. Right now, number one, in my opinion, has to be Anthony Davis. Those Lakers are in the playoffs. They're doing everything that if he's healthy and he's motivated and they're running the offense through him, that he will have these considerations of being the MVP. We know a lot of this stuff is politics, and hopefully that can be the case where Clutch can get involved and help him win that award. But of course, it's up to him to stay healthy and to keep on helping the team win. And I think he has a great shot at winning the MVP. The other guy I have on here is SGA. I almost call him SGV, close to my channel, Sports Game Vision. But yeah, again, he's look at his numbers. Look what the team is doing. They're in the top two, three teams in the West. He's a big key reason why they've got injuries right now with big fella being out. And was Harkenstein just came back. They got a nice squad, but of course he is the head of it. And I think he's got a great shot. He's put in the MVP category last year. He's going to get a lot more consideration this year. The other person I got on here is Donovan Mitchell. I was about to say Donovan McNabb. That shows you the old school head sports knowledge I have, or players and things of that nature. But anyway, Donovan Mitchell, the Spider-Man, he's doing well in Cleveland. They were just undefeated. He's a big part of that. He said he wants to go further in the playoffs. He's been great at getting his teams into the dance, maybe the second round. He wants to get conference finals and above. They have a great shot this year. They're going to have to go through another team, and we're going to bring him up in a second. But yeah, right now they're looking like they are on a crash collision course to get to the conference finals against this man and his team, who probably beyond Anthony Davis he wants to be head runner in that MVP conversation. Jason Tatum, number one, the NBA championship, not number one team, but NBA champion. They do look good. They have a few losses, but they still look like a team that can go back to the NBA finals and win back to back. They don't even have their other star yet, but he's showing out. Look at his percentages. Everything is up this year. He's on a mission. He felt disrespected in that Olympics. He didn't get no play time. Of course, in the finals, he didn't win MVP, and people question his greatness on the court, saying his teammate is, of course, he's going to give shout outs to his teammate, but everyone's saying his teammate is better. Right now, he's trying to show, hey, I'm just as great. And I always go back in time. I bring up my Detroit Pistons, bad boy Pistons. If he does have a chance to win the NBA finals, people don't remember that Joe Dumars won that first MVP in the finals. Isaiah had to come back the next year and he won MVP against Portland. So Tatum might have to do that for his Boston Celtics. He's got a lot of work to do. Long season, 2 early NBA predictions. Let me know what you think about the MVP race. Will it be Jason Tatum? Will it be SGA or SGV for the Sports Game Vision? Or will it be Anthony Davis for those Lakers? Or Spider-Man over there in Cleveland? And who do you think is getting to the finals too? And let's look at these standings again. I just wanted to take a look myself. Yeah, Lakers is right there, number 3. And of course, like I say, Boston and Cleveland right neck and neck. But that's all I've got today, guys. Just want to jump in real quick. I've got a video out there. Hopefully you go watch that. Go support it. Like the video. Go watch it in its entirety. Helps the channel. There's a little bit of sports news, basically, SGV talk. And again, if you're in the building, make sure you like the video here, the live video. We'll come back with more, of No Face Sports Show. We're going to be doing this a lot more often. And of course, other shows on the channel, lives, even stuff where maybe you guys will come in and join the show. But that's it for the day. Again, like, share, subscribe. Have a great day. Peace.